हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम टू लिखो स्टेनो अकेडमी। दोस्तों, आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हैं, अपने फ्रेंड्स में इस चैनल को रेकमेंड कर सकते हैं डेली डिक्टेशंस के लिए और स्टेनोग्राफी से रिलेटेड कोई डाउट्स हैं तो उनके सॉल्यूशंस के लिए। आज आपको मैं जीडी बिस्ट की एक डिक्टेशन प्रोवाइड करूंगा जिसकी स्पीड मोर देन 105 रहेगी। सो अच्छे से उसे लिखिएगा, बी रेडी फॉर इट।
Sir, I move that the third annual report of the University Grant Commission laid on the table of the Rajya Sabha be taken into consideration. Sir, before honorable members express their opinions on this report, I would like to highlight some of the main features to which the University Grants Commission has given special attention, and if we concentrated on those aspects, the UGC and the government would be greatly benefited. In fact, the main purpose of this discussion is that the UGC and the government should have the benefit of the views of this house and the other house on the work that is being done by the UGC. In this connection, I would like to say that as far as the central government are concerned, their responsibility is very limited. I am not saying that because of the criticism which is being leveled against universities at the present moment. I am only referring to the constitutional aspect of it. As far as the central government is concerned, they give through the UGC assistance for the development of the universities, and during these few years it has been our continuous endeavor to raise the standard of the universities and to give assistance for various kinds of development projects. In the course of their work, the UGC have faced certain difficulties and they have raised certain fundamental issues. They have expressed the view that new universities should be established only after the most careful examination of all aspects of the question, and that as provided in the UGC Act, an opportunity should be given to the Commission to advise on such proposals. Under Section 12 of the UGC Act, it is one of the functions of the Commission to advise any authority if such advice is asked for on the establishment of a new university. But as the House is aware, under the Constitution of India, education including university is a state subject, and the state governments are not bound to ask for the advice of the Commission or to act on their advice after seeking the same for establishing new universities. New universities have been established after consulting the Commission. The resources of the Commission are limited. The UGC has therefore suggested that before new universities are established, it would be desirable to seek the advice of the Commission in the matter. They particularly refer to the university at Varanasi. At Varanasi, a new Sanskrit university has been established. In Madhya Pradesh, the Indira Kala Vishwavidyalaya has been brought into existence. They are all one faculty institutions, namely for Sanskrit and for music respectively. Recently, another university, Darbhanga Sanskrit University bill was passed by the state legislature, but the UGC was not consulted. As far as the constitutional provisions are concerned, the state governments may not consult the UGC. Sir, in this matter, in my opinion, it would be advisable to establish healthy conventions. We have set up a very high-powered commission, and that commission is making strenuous efforts with its limited resources to raise the standards of the universities. It would be desirable to seek the advice of the commission before new universities are set up, but in this matter we cannot do anything under the law unless we change the constitution itself. But we can certainly establish healthy conventions in this country. After all, everything need to be determined by the law. We are all equally interested in the development of the universities. The state governments are also fully aware that the resources are limited, and without the assistance of the central government and the University Grants Commission, they cannot maintain standards or develop their universities. It would therefore be advisable for the state governments to consult the University Grants Commission before setting up these universities. The only thing we can do is to stop giving grants to new universities established in the states for making any reference to the UGC, but I think our whole approach in this matter should be to establish healthy conventions. There should be full consultation between the state governments and the UGC and the central government, because the question of education is not merely a state subject, it is a subject so far as the constitutional provision is concerned. But from the broad national point of view, we are all equally interested in raising the standards of our universities. Now, some difficulties have been experienced by the UGC with regard to the implementation of their development programs. One of the difficulties which they have voiced is with regard to the improvement in the salary scales of teachers. Now, the assistance which is being given by the UGC is on a matching basis, that is, the UGC gives a certain percentage and the state governments are expected to contribute their share. It has been found that in many cases the commission could not implement this scheme because the state governments had not come forward with matching funds. Now, here is a difficult situation which the commission has to face. We are only examining the commission whether the UGC should not try to demonstrate clearly the functions of the UGC and of the state governments in financing development projects. We have so far viewed that the raising of the salaries of teachers is a national problem, and the UGC has naturally given the highest priority to the importance of the salary scales, but unless the state governments come forward and find the matching funds, it would not be possible for the UGC to do anything in this matter. Now, this idea unfortunately did not find favor with the state governments, who suggested that the commission should give 100% assistance for their projects.
दोस्तों, इसी के साथ आज की डिक्टेशन फिनिश होती है। ये डिक्टेशन थी 108 वर्ड पर मिनट पर, और मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप लोगों ने अच्छे से इसे लिखा होगा। इसे ट्रांसक्राइब ज़रूर करिएगा, बहुत अच्छा मैटर है, एग्ज़ाम ओरिएंटेड मैटर है। अब आपसे मुलाकात करूँगा मैं कैलाश चंद की ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के साथ अगली क्लास में। तब तक के लिए अच्छी से अच्छी स्टेनो लिखें। बाय बाय।